Hello everyone, Lego Mega 96.1 here with another video. Well, as promised, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite attractions at the Walt Disney World Resort. Even though Walt Disney World Resort has been around for 50 years, attractions have become a big hit over the years. Some are even stage shows, some of them are dark rides, thrill rides, you name it. And for the course of this video, I'll be talking about my favorite attractions. Now, this could be at all over the theme parks or all over the world. So, without further ado, here's my list of my personal favorite attractions from the Walt Disney World Resort.
Number 8. Journey into Imagination.
Now, as I said in my 50th anniversary video, I've actually been on the first version of Journey to Imagination. You know, with Dreamfinder and Figment and all that stuff. Now, to be fair, my family never had any home footage of the original incarnation, but I have seen actual footage and video of the original, and it's still an impressive attraction. I mean, literature, art, science, you name it. Anything that one little spark could create numerous creations over the years. Now, the original opened in the 80s, but it closed in 1998. This was a year after I went down. Now, I was 22 months old in 1997 when Walt Disney World was celebrating its 25th anniversary. By the time my family and I went down, it's 26. So there's that. Now, there was a second incarnation that was eh, yeah, but I mean, it's off-putting. I mean, they got rid of Dreamfinder, they did Figment as a cameo, and they have Eric Idle playing Dr. Nigel Channing, who is chairman of the Imagination Institute. The second incarnation was called Journey into Your Imagination. Now, my family and I never ridden the attraction or let alone been on it. I don't know. But there were mixed reviews after the second incarnation, but it didn't last long, so it closed down and it opened up into Journey into Imagination with Figment. Now they brought him back, which is really good, but there was no Dreamfinder. But somehow there is a sign at the door that's paying homage to the Dreamfinder called Dean Finder, which is really cool. A nice way to pay homage. Now, one of my favorite songs on that ride is called One Little Spark, and it talks about how one little spark could create numerous creations, as I said in the video of Journey to Imagination. Now, the song was written by the Sherman Brothers. You know, the Sherman Brothers who did work on the Carousel of Progress and many other movies and attractions that we watched and been on over the years. So, yeah, Journey to Imagination, it's actually okay. Now, the first version I love. Second version I could live without. Third, or current, I should say, it's okay. I'll live with it. But maybe if there's a fourth incarnation, please bring back the Dreamfinder. I would love to see this guy again. Now, before I can close out, I just want to say one thing. If you look up map of the original ride-through and the current ride-through, now many of you don't know this yet, but you're actually walking on the preset and the pre-show of Journey to Imagination, and you're actually walking on half of the carousel called Flight into Imagination, which we are introduced to Dreamfinder and Figment. Yes, I have seen thousands upon thousands of videos explaining this whole thing. So, yeah, there's that. So, What do you think of the current version of Journey to Imagination? If you like it, if you don't like it, please let me know in the comment section down below. So without further ado, let's get on to the next number.
Number 7. The American Adventure.
Nestled in Epcot in the World Showcase, the American Adventure tells the story of how America got its start. How we started as 13 small British colonies, but through revolution, and we gained our independence and we moved out westwards, been through war or tragedies in all sorts. But the American Adventure itself is actually a really good attraction. So much history and so much love that was put into this one really good attraction. And by, I actually love the American Adventure. I mean, I love sitting through and learning more about our nation's history through revolution, through civil war, or through depression, through a world war, or through expansion. It is really, really good. The music, the actual artwork, the photos, and even artifacts in the library, and even such amazingly good artwork. It is really outstanding. And I'm using the word really a lot in this video, so be warned. Now, if you look at the facade of it, it is based on colonial American history because 13 colonies were colonial era. But over time, we modernized over the years, and yeah, there's that. But in the beginning, through development, the American Adventure was supposed to have three hosts. Three hosts, I mean. One was Benjamin Franklin, to whom I share a birthday with. Mark Twain, whose real name was Samuel Langhorne Clemens, and Will Rogers. But they decided to change it to Ben Franklin and Mark Twain because it sort of fits the story. And Golden Dream is one of my favorite songs as well. And I truly love the finale when Franklin and Twain were on top of the Statue of Liberty, like on the torch, for going on how America has changed over the course for more than 250 years, or less than 250 years, I should say, my goof, because the 250th will be 2026. That's 5 years from now. So, what are you guys' thoughts on the American Adventure? Do you love it? Do you enjoy it? Then please let me know.
Number 6. Beauty and the Beast stage show.
Now, Beauty and the Beast, believe it or not, is actually one of my favorite Disney movies. I mean, I've seen the 1990s animated version, and I have seen the live action adaptation of Beauty and the Beast. Now, I'll explain that in my favorite Disney movies in December. But let's stick to the stage show. Now, I actually love the stage show, and I visited numerous times when I was down in Hollywood Studios, which was originally called MGM at the time. The music alone, done by Alan Menken, which was heard in the 1990s movie, it is really good. I mean, the costumes are incredible, and the stage show alone is beyond, it's incredible. I mean, I could just sit there and watch the show all day if I have to. And that goes same with the 1990s movie. I love the Beauty and the Beast movie, including the stage show. In fact, I could just listen to the soundtrack, like I said, all day. And the Beauty and the Beast stage show alone, it's incredible. And I loved how it changed over the years. So, yeah. Well, what are you guys' thoughts on the show? Please let me know in the comment section down below.
Number 5. Star Tours.
Now, if you know me, you know my channel, I absolutely love Star Wars. I mean, who doesn't? It's one of my favorite franchises out there. And Star Tours alone rocks this list. Now, I've been on Star Tours numerous times when I was down in Florida, and to be fair, I love it. And I will continue to love Star Wars till death do I part. Now, before I go on and I've never been to Galaxy's Edge, and I've never ridden any of the attractions that were down there. But I have seen videos, and it looked amazing. In fact, I just can't wait to go down there and give those rides a shot. Now, before Galaxy's Edge, also known as Batu, opened up, Star Tours was the only attraction that's down there. And like I said, I love Star Tours and I love Star Wars. And the show in front of or beside Star Tours is really good too. And I highly recommend you give Star Tours a shot and highly recommend you visit Galaxy's Edge because it looked amazing. Now, like I said, I've never been to Galaxy's Edge, but someday I will. So, well, what are you guys' thoughts? Please let me know in the comment section down below.
Number 4. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
As quoted in the attraction, it's one of the wildest ride in the wilderness. And if you're wearing hats or glasses, best remove them, according from Adam the Woo. But overall, I love Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. In fact, it's one of the coolest roller coaster rides that's out there, second to Space Mountain, which I will talk about later in this video. And I just couldn't help but screaming and going along on to get on the ride because it's a roller coaster. What else can I say? I just put my hands in the air like you just don't care. Like, woo! Now, overall, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is actually a really good ride. In fact, if you visit Disneyland Paris, Big Thunder Mountain Railroad and Phantom Manor sort of ties in together because of the story that's connected to it. But during the development, it was going to be called the Western River Expedition, and when it was going to be in Florida, and maybe, not maybe, but it was going to be in Disneyland because the aging ride through of Nature's Wonderland. Pretty sure I butchered it. Sorry. It was time for a makeover, but to be fair, I would have loved seeing the Western River Expedition or ride mine through of Nature's Wonderland or whatever it's called. Again, I'm sorry if I butchered it. Won't happen again. And little known fact for those who are new to Disney or new to Disney. Splash Mountain, who's going to be rethemed later on, Big Thunder Mountain, and Space Mountain are the three big mountains in the Disney Resort, if you know rides. But like I said numerous times, what are you guys' thoughts on Big Thunder? Please let me know in the comment section down below.
Number 3. Walt Disney World Railroad.
It's a known fact to everyone who is known to Disney that Walt Disney, the man that brought us Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Snow White, and many other numerous characters that we've grown up to love with, he loves trains. In fact, I love trains too. And riding the Walt Disney World Railroad is one of my favorite things to do. I mean, I love it. In fact, I've been on numerous train related sites across Pennsylvania. I've been up to New Hope, I've been to Jim Thorpe, and Steamtown, USA, up at Scranton, Wilkesboro. and one of my personal favorites, Strasbourg Railroad. In fact, if it wasn't for this, along with Thomas and Friends, I wouldn't have gotten into trains. And like I said, riding the Walt Disney World Railroad is actually relaxing because you get to see the sights from all around the Magic Kingdom. And before I go on, yes, I have heard about Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway or Railroad or whatever, sorry. Now, as I said, it's called Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. And no, I've never ridden it, but I have seen video of it and it looked amazing. In fact, I can't wait to go down there and give that ride a shot. And by give it a shot, I mean give it a test. Now, like I said, Walt loved trains. In fact, he's been to a train show before, and he's been on trains going to Marceline, Missouri, because as I said, he loves trains, and so do I. And like I said numerous times in this video, what are you guys' thoughts on the Walt Disney World Railroad? Please let me know in the comment section down below. Also, I can't wait to see when it reopens again because I want to take a ride around the Magic Kingdom again. Hoping that day will come.
Number 2. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Now, Pirates of the Caribbean is actually one of my second to favorite attractions. I have been on that ride numerous times and I fell in love with it right away. And also, get this. Before it was going to be a ride through, it was going to be a walk through wax museum. Yeah, you didn't know that? And then what changed to a ride through? Well, you can thank that the 1964 and 65 New York World's Fair, which Walt Disney took a part of. In fact, if it wasn't for the 64 and 65 New York World's Fair, we wouldn't have gotten the Carousel of Progress, It's a Small World, Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, Ford's Magic Skyway, and all that. In fact, it was due to the In fact, it was due to the World's Fair that Walt Disney advanced into audio animatronics. And Pirates alone was one of the things that Walt worked on until his death in 1966. Now, the attraction opened in 1967, which was a year after his death. It opened in Anaheim in 67 in New Orleans Square, but Pirates wouldn't come until I believe 80, 70s or late 70s, 80s, somewhere about that range. I don't know my history. Again, I'm sorry. In fact, I have seen old home footage of what Pirates of the Caribbean's used to be before Jack Sparrow got in. Now, before I can go on, yes, I have seen all of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies and I fell in love with it. I love the franchise and I love Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy? And I truly love the new red animatronic and the new auction scene to go with it. But to say everyone's sake, I did enjoy in the old auction scene where the shipmates were auctioning off the town beauties. But yeah, it was time for a makeover. And don't get me wrong, the red animatronic, the new red character, is really outstanding. I mean, the movement, the outfit, it looked incredible. And I can't wait to see what else Pirates has got up its sleeve. Well, just have to wait and see. Now, to say the argument's sake, I have seen other footages of all pirate attractions across the world, like the one in China, and it looked incredible. Like a skeleton that turns into Jack Sparrow. That's incredible. I love that. Also in Paris, when Barbossa actually turned into the undead, or cursed pirates, as we saw in Curse of the Black Pearl, it looked incredible too. In fact, I want to know how they do that. The cursed pirates CG animation. I want to know how they do that because it looked impressive. But what are you guys' thoughts on the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, including the ride, and a show that used to be in Hollywood studios called The Legend of Jack Sparrow, which I've been on once? Let me know. Oh, and give me your thoughts on it. And here are some of my honorable mentions.
Space Mountain, Hall of Presidents, Spaceship Earth, Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin, Toy Story Midway Mania, Walt Disney's Carousel of Progress. It's a Small World. Number 1. The Haunted Mansion.
Now, the Haunted Mansion is one of my favorite attractions of all times in Walt Disney World. In fact, I love the Haunted Mansion in Anaheim too, and in Tokyo, Phantom Manor, and Mystic Manor. Now, I went over the history of the Haunted Mansion when it's celebrating its 50th anniversary back in August of 2019. And I gave it a Jindan, that means 100 years in Italian. Now, I've seen the movie with Eddie Murphy, Terrence Stamp, Nathaniel Parker, and all that, and I have seen a lot of reviews saying it was bad, but here's my opinion. I find it enjoyable, and hear me out. The setting, the effects, and the music from the movie alone is incredible. I mean it. The three big things, the effects, the setting, and the music, is really, really good. But is it worth a watch? Yeah, if you're into the Haunted Mansion or into the Halloweeny mood. But I'm gonna tell you a story of the time that I was scared of the Haunted Mansion. Now, this occurred back in 2007 when I was down in Florida with my family. My mother, my father, my two brothers, and my aunt and uncle. Now, we were going to the Haunted Mansion, and it was at that moment I became scared. And I sat out in front of the mansion with my father because I got scared. But in fact, I wasn't the only one. My uncle, who through my aunt, he got scared of the mansion. Like he screamed in the stretching portrait at the elevator. You know the iconic line that this chamber has no windows and no doors, which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always the ghost host way. Yeah, when the lights go out and you see the ghost host hanging from the rafters above. Yeah, my uncle screamed. I mean, yeah, we all get scared sometimes. In fact, who got scared of the Haunted Mansion? Put your hands up. Come on, let's see some hands. Come on, don't be shy. Don't bother trying to. Hey, 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 hey. I see you back there. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Put it up. Come on, put it up. All the way up. That's it. That's it. There you go. There you go. Now, by and by, I did a bit of research, and the mansion itself, the ride's not that scary. But in 2010, I managed to ride the attraction and I conquered my fear. And it was from that day on that I've grown to love the mansion. And I managed to dive into the history of it, the development, and I've managed to know a couple of people who actually worked on it. I mean, Walt Disney was one of them, but those who worked on it was Mark Davis, Claude Coates, Ex Intencio, Rolly Crump, which offhand Disneyland knows personally, and Ex Intencio, the guy who did the lyrics for A Pirate's Life for Me and Grim Grinning Ghosts. But me in particular, Grim Grinny Goes is one of my favorite songs from all time in all of Disney movies, in all Disney rides. I do. I love that song. If someone were to ask me to work at the Haunted Mansion for the summer, I would do it. So, that being said, I love the mansion, and the ghosts inside, they're friendly. And it's both scary and funny, to which I'm going to call scarily funny. But what are you guys' thoughts on the Haunted Mansion? And do you love it? Do you don't like it? Do you really enjoy it? Please let me know in the comment section down below. And so, there you have it, my friends, my list of my favorite Disney attractions. If you have a favorite attraction that you want to share, please let me know in the comment section down below. And that's it for this video, my friends, and if you enjoyed this content, please feel free to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe to my channel, and turn on the bell notifications so that way you can be notified if I upload a next video. And as always, this is LEGO Mega 96-1, signing off.